fine. Hello, hello. Thank you for joining. Thank you for being prompt. Clear my throat. Y'all let me know if y'all can hear me. Let's see. Oh, my bad, my bad, my bad. Hello, Fancy Fine with two F's. How you doing tonight? Thank you for joining. Let some people get in here. Join the live on a Tuesday night. Super Tuesdays. Cute, too cute boutique just joined. Thank you, thank you. About to get started on our Super Tuesdays. This is our third Tuesday. Still working out some of the kinks, but I want to be consistent and bring you some talking points. I'm looking forward to more interaction in the chat. I'd love to bring people on who have varying opinions, same opinion, different opinions. Just love to have some respectful dialogue about the topic. As we get things fired up. If you remember, this is Ages and Stages podcast. I'm your host, Rashid Floyd, and Ages and Stages is a relationship-based podcast where we talk about relationships, life, love, relationships, and everything in between. And tonight's topic is no different, but it's going to come from the mental health standpoint for men. And if you are not aware, this is mental health awareness month for men, the month of May. So we're going to get started on our kickoff for May, talking about the importance of mental health and how things impact our mental health and the things that we can control and things that we can't. So that is kind of where the speaking and talking points will come from, and to talk about those things. So let's go ahead and get started. Hopefully some other people join. If not, we're going to keep rocking out. All right? Thanks, just joined. Thank you. I got a brother in the room. Thank you, sir. Make sure your other boy ain't asleep. There he is. My guys are in the chat. So, if you missed it, I just mentioned May. We're in May now, and this is the beginning of Mental Health Awareness Month for men. That's just the volume. Okay, cool. Sound, guys, so bear with me, but should be a little bit better, but we're going to go ahead and get started. So what I was talking about is Mental Health Awareness Month for men is this month, and one of my good buddies that are on here is a big advocate of mental health, and he champions a lot of mental health causes for men, specifically but black men, and talk about the things that we go through. So with that being said, I would like to give a message to my brothers out there real quick to start off this month. And that message is simply this from the heart. Fellas, how you doing? Literally, how are you? Just want to check on you guys. Want to make sure that you're off to a good start of this month, of this year, the past few months. And if you're not, it's not too late for you to get there. I want to tell you that me, Rashid Floyd, I hear you. I see you, I value you, and I trust you. And I trust that you're out there trying to be the best that you can be. It's important that you know that you have a community of brothers and people around you that support you and see you, even sometimes when you don't feel seen or even heard. I want to tell you on this platform, I hear you, I see you, and I value you. And sometimes you might not always hear that. And a lot of times men are taught to be tough and understand that don't look for a pat on the back. No one's coming to save you. No one is coming to rescue you, right? And we know that, and that's harsh realities that we go through. That's what makes us great. And gentlemen and men, that's what makes you great. Even though you have to overcome a lot of pitfalls of society, sometimes at our own demise, when it comes from our own community, whether it be our women, whether it be our family, whether it be a number of outside societal things that we cannot control. But I want you to know that you're strong enough, but you're not too strong to ask for help. And then there are definitely people out there that can help you. If you haven't spoken to anyone about mental health, you might even know you're going through mental health issues because you're taught to be so tough. But oftentimes when you feel sometimes less than or devalued or unheard, those are signs where you can talk to someone and help you. So for me, just telling my men out there that I value and I see, I hope this helps in some way. But you have a close community of people around you that love you and value you. Find those people. Tune into those people. Hug those people. Tell those people how you feel. Because it's okay. Many times, society and others will sometimes try to take our and your confidence. And that's what the system is designed to do to powerful black men. Now, I'm not talking to black men that are out here trying to be the best that they can be. Great husbands, fathers, sons, brothers, leaders in the community, things of that nature. This is not for the brothers that are out there that are doing the wrong things, that don't have a value for their lives than others. These are for my hardworking, strong-minded men who just want to leave an impact on this world, whether it be your family, whether it be your loved ones, maybe be your name, your character and reputation. Again, I see you, I value you, I thank you. Keep going, keep moving forward, because a black man in this world without confidence is just what the enemy wants. And again, sometimes we get that from people we feel we shouldn't. And I would be honest, a lot of times men hear that from women, and oftentimes women that they love. And I also think sometimes it's not even intentional. Sometimes you just don't know how to identify with us. And I have to catch myself as a father raising a son to tell him, knuckle up, don't cry, don't show emotion. But that's creating toxic masculinity. And I think sometimes women and others don't know what to do with us. So oftentimes we're heard, we hear what we're not versus what we are. Because I can guarantee you, the men that I'm talking about, that I'm speaking to right now, that 80% of what we are is better than 95% of the world. So don't get bogged down in the 20% that you're told. It may be coming from a woman that you love. It may be coming from your mother. It may be coming from your father. It may be coming from your grandmother, grandfather, someone in your past, your aunts, your uncles. Well, your dad was never this, your uncle was never this, your grandfather was never this. It's a Jay-Z line that I live by, and my friends talk about me all the time. But you can't base what you're going to be off of what everybody is. You can't let your heredity define your destiny. Forget everything that you heard negative about you. You know what you have to work on. And if you don't, you need to seek help and be around people that want to not only motivate you, uplift you, and help your confidence versus stripping it away from you, to learn on those things. I have a great friend group, and that's why we're going to lead into this, our men's group chat's toxic. I have a great friend group that I can lean on. It's going to hold me accountable, but also uplift me. And that's what
I and you need. And we need to hear that from the people that look like us and the people that we love. But I think it's better when we communicate what we need for people to understand those things. So they know how to then speak to us so we can take in their constructive criticism and work on those things. So we know there's 20% of us, a part of us, that needs work. But we know the 20% is the 80-20 rule. So at the end of the day, what are we taking? We have to take things that we can correct and understand what things that we just have to understand that that's us. And I want to tell men this all the time. Stop trying to be perfect. Stop trying to live up to unrealistic expectations. You are flawed. You're not perfect. You're going to make mistakes. You're going to fall. You're going to bump your head. But guess what? You can hear me right now. You're still here. And you can still win. And you're winning right now. So forget all the tough shit, all the toxic masculinity, pumping out your chest, acting like you got it all figured out. I was a victim to that. Many of y'all know that kind of stuff. I'm more of a man. You are more of a man right now than you ever were. As soon as you can admit to yourself your flaws and still stick your chest out and know that you are better than 95% of the men walking this earth. And when you can do that, confidence is going to exude out of you, and people are going to gravitate to that, and people can't take it away from you. So anyway, I just want to say that to my men out there. And you see me a lot of times, if you follow some of the things that I'm doing as of late, I use a hashtag line called Steal Him. And I talked about some brothers of mine and trying to champion men and the things that they go through, society beating them up, the workforce, systemic racism, the negative perception about us not being great fathers. Every man I know is a great father. Every man I know has dealt with some unnecessary issues being a father while just trying to be present. And that's sad and unfortunate. So I want to be able to have a group of men for them to understand and be able to have a soundboard to talk to one another and for them to understand throughout your flaws, throughout the 20% of you, you're still him. You're still valued in this community. You're still valued to this world. You're still valued to your children. You're still of value to your profession and what you bring to this world. And people will miss you when you're gone. But guess what? We're going to ride this thing out as long as we can. And we're going to be great men because of it. You're still him. And I want you to know that. I love you. I see you. And keep going. All right. Enough of that. So let's talk about it. Are the group chats, men's group chats, toxic? I know when I posted this, I got a lot of messages and DMs. It's like, oh, where are we going with this? We're going to keep it real. We're going to keep it 100. So I want to start by this question. Men that are on the chat, if you can count how many accounts, how many guys, men's chat groups are you a part of? I know I at least got 5 group chats that I'm probably a part of about 7 or 8, but I probably communicate consistently on about 5. So I want you to put a number, if you know, how many group chats are you in? 14. 14 group chats. Hilarious. 11. So here's the thing. Too much of anything can be a bad thing, right? As we all know. Too much alcohol, too much substances, too much food, too much of anything. Even too much exercise can be a detriment to you. So let's talk about the men's group chat. I think it has a viable and worthy place amongst men and our psyche and the things that we need to equip us with being successful in this world. And most of these group chats are men who are pulling in the same direction as the men that are involved. Many of them, if you went to college, you have college group chats. You've got high school group chats. If you play basketball, you got a group chat for basketball. You got a group of friends, another set of friends. You got frat brothers, so forth and so on. And there's a lot of things that go down in the group chat. And here's what I want to talk about. You have to identify what group chats help you when you need help in specific areas. Men, I'm talking to men out there. Because sometimes I felt overwhelmed with some of my group chats. One time, another, a third one, another time, and it kind of moves around. You have to be, as a man, you have to understand when to then pull away from one chat and push forward in another. Because 99% of our group chats are positive. Like men we talk about financial health, we talk about investments, we talk about being great fathers, being great husbands, we talk about how we can better ourselves as far as entrepreneurs, holding ourselves accountable. I said earlier, I've got group chats where, I can't get away with bullshit in the group chat. I can't get away with it. And men, we need that a lot of times. I can't get away with certain bullshit in the group chat because my boys are going to call me out on the group chat. So, with that being said, I'm sure you can imagine there's some other things that go on in the group chat that we don't necessarily want to talk about. But I would tell you this, women, I would say this, you'd probably be surprised because many of you probably think it's a whole bunch of debauchery that goes on in the group chat. Not necessarily. And I would, let me pause before I start saying, I would love to know what the hell goes on in women's group chats. I'm almost willing to bet y'all's group chats are probably worse than ours because y'all are just more, I don't know, y'all are just more slick with it. Men, we're kind of, Neanderthal men, we kind of beat our chest. Y'all are so covert and, quiet and you always, expect the best. I mean, Lord. Anyway, but I digress. But anyway, but some group chats challenge sometimes our mental health. And what I mean by that, sometimes group chats can be a lot of bullshit as well. A lot of fake bravado, toxic masculinity, pump the chest, I got it all figured out. Why don't you have it figured out? It's very competitive. It can be very judgmental at times. And what I mean by that, those things are necessary at certain points in your life. Sometimes you have to understand, if that's not right for your mental health, you need to be able to pull away from those things respectfully and say, hey, I just need a break from this, because sometimes it manifests into some of the actions that we decide to do outside of said group chat. I have a line that I talk about all the time. It's not my time to shine. It's not my time to shine. So sometimes in group chats, just like in social media, you have brothers that are in there that are doing phenomenal and do phenomenal things, and you wish them nothing but the best. But sometimes you feel, I know I'm not the only one, you feel that this place isn't for you. You have nothing to offer because of whatever it may be you're going through. In a season, it only can be just a season. So I'm saying, if you don't think there's a group chat that's good enough for your mental health ever, then you need to remove yourself. As grown men, we need to remove ourselves from certain group chats that we don't think can help you. For me, I'm lucky enough not to have one of those type of group chats. Now, do we have group chats that can be a bit misogynistic and things of that nature? Of course, boys being boys. It's high school, it's a locker room. But at the same time, I even saw, if you Google this, I even saw research showing that men do need a constant type of back and forth with his friend group that can be challenging, that can be argumentative, and can be competitive, because that's kind of how we're wired. But again, all that comes in moderation. So I would love to hear, way worse, I would love to hear from someone else's feedback on their thoughts on the men's chat group, and I'll go into a little more detail. But if anybody jumps on and ask any questions, I can't give you all the secrets because it is the men's chat group, and there's a guy code that we have to live by. But this is for my men in mental. I can't even say that. Why can't I say that today? I know I'm a bit under the weather, so y'all forget my voice. But in Mental Health Awareness Month for men, here's my challenge. I want you to take inventory of your group chat. Understand and see what season you're in, and see what group chats you need to lean more towards that can help you in that said season, and you need to pull yourself away from things that aren't being productive, that are counterproductive to your mental health. Because at the end of the day, you have to be selfish when it comes to your mental health and how you are and how you're handling the world and what you're going through at the moment. Because on those dark nights, when the phone turns off, when the TV goes off, when the group chat closes, they go their own way and you go yours. And you have to think about some of the things that were said and talked about, and then you have to understand, can I apply those things? Are those for me? Are those for not in my season right now? Are those making me depressed and feeling that I'm behind, that I need to catch up? And then what happens at times when men sometimes feel they're behind their peers, who they're rooting for, who they champion, but sometimes we try to skip steps. And that's one of the things I've learned in business and just in life. Anytime you try to skip or microwave the process, you end up making more mistakes. So where you could take 10 steps forward, you might take 20 steps back. And sometimes you have to remove yourself from certain situations and circumstances that you feel that you're going down that path. And that's all I'm trying to say. So with men in group chats, because oftentimes they're super funny. You can learn a lot of knowledge from them. And I think every man needs a nice set of group chats, but you have to identify, again, where to place which ones in which category. And again, those do switch oftentimes. So let's bring in somebody in. Let's again, Rod, go ahead and hit that join button and see what you have to say about it. Hello, thank y'all for joining. If you're just joining, we talked about, this is Men's Mental Health Month. We talked about the Still Him movement for men and group chats. Men group chats, are they healthy? Are they toxic? So if Rod's going to come on. Rod, you coming on? But we're going to keep going until I get that for you. Sound is bad? And holla. Okay. Got you. Thank you so much. I'm working on it. So any questions? Let's do this. There's quite a few ladies in the chat. Any questions about what I talked about earlier, just men's mental health and some of the things that we go through? If you have a man that you love, whether it be a husband, brother, son, father, and you feel that they could use an extra push in motivation, or if you feel that you want a different approach, if you want some ideas on how to talk to these men or approach these men or get them motivated, feel free to, you can come on the screen, I'll let you in, or if you can ask a question, I'd be happy to answer those things from my opinion, from what men that you love could possibly need to hear and how it can help you better identify with it. And then the second part of this was the men's group chat. You can ask some questions. I'm not quite sure if I'll answer those, depending on if it crosses the bro code line. But we're going to be as transparent as possible. And if anybody is brave enough to come on and talk to me about the female chat code, I would love to chat room. I would love to hear about the female chat. So, thank you for joining. All right. Gotcha. All right. So any questions at all? Way worse. I think we hold accountability for it. Okay. So I don't know, ladies, if you saw this, Rod Smith said he thinks women's group chats are way worse, and he thinks we hold ourselves, each other, more accountable than the group chat. Ladies, y'all have anything to say to that? I tend to agree with you, Smith. I would love to hear a lady's perspective on that. Because I know Black Girl Magic is a real thing. And I know Black Girl Magic is undefeated. Uh-oh. We got Travis 247 in the room. Man, I would love to hear his perspective. Travis, if you'd like to come on the screen, man, just press the button to join. I'd be happy to bring you on and hear your perspective. Benjamin Hicks, instead of asking him that, let me ask you this question. Do you agree with him? Do you agree that women's group chats are probably way worse and they hold each other accountable less. And speaking of Black Girl Magic, my homeboy who came over there, Travis just joined the chat. Travis, you want to jump on, man? He didn't come up with Black Girl Magic, but he said Black Girl Magic is undefeated. Because Black Girl Magic is undefeated. Alright, so if anybody's going to come on, alright, if not, we're going to wrap this thing up. But again, thank you guys so much for joining me. This is Super Tuesdays, Ages and Stages. I just want to start the conversation, have some conversation, and hopefully get some more interaction as these continue to go. I got some cool interviews coming up, so stay tuned for that. We're going to get back to the interviews. I got some really dope interviews coming up. And before I go, I want to talk about my sponsor for tonight. That is Sally's Boy Skincare products. Again, this is Sally Boy Skincare products. This is one of my favorites. This is Sally Boy's. This is Benjamin's Fresh and Clean lotion. You can go to sallyboy.com and pick out this stuff. It's great stuff here. Or you can go to the IG page for Sally Boy. So this is the Benjamin's Fresh and Clean lotion. Smells amazing. It's all natural, all organic. Sally's Boy. It's got nice packaging on it. Y'all support black-owned business. It's a great, great product. And this is my black honey. This is my shave bar, right? This is what I use to shave. Ladies, you can use this too to shave your legs, right? It's no irritation. It's all organic. There's no dye or fillers. There's no artificial flavors or smells. This is amazing for my bald head. Lather it up. I don't have to buy any more shaving cream and all that kind of stuff. And ladies, you can try this on your leg. So this is the black honey. He has different ones. I prefer the black honey. This is a black honey shave bar. And then lastly, the Fresh and Clean body bar or soap for your body. Again, all natural, smells super good, good for you. No dyes, no artificial fillers or color and stuff of that nature. It's got shea butter, oil vinegar, olive oil, castor oil, coconut oil, and water. So check that out as well. Sally's Boy, y'all check them out on Instagram and online. All right, one just put me first. All right, guys. So thank you so much. If you missed the first part of this, I'm gonna post it, and we will see you next week. And remember, I got some really cool interviews coming up. All right, until next time. This is Rashid. This is Ages Sages. Super Tuesday. I promise you I'll get the sound better next week. I guarantee sound will be better next week. Love you guys, and there's nothing you can do about it. Peace.